Untitled Chapter.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? This is Eric Brandt. What's up, good people? To another video. You guys know me, EB Crypto. Doing another show here, another topic I want to cover with you guys concerning some of the after effects of the coronavirus and how this is affecting our lives. Now, the name of my show here is The Family Cash Machine, Follow the Money, because I'm realizing, you know, in my more mature age, as you start studying money and trailing money and really studying the current events and even historical events, if you learn to follow the money trail, you may find a whole different story than what was told to you in history. So one of the ways that I've been able to really find truth is to follow the money trail. Also, studying history, you know, from different authors and different perspectives, you have to cross-reference. You can't just take one person's word for anything. You know, this has always been the case throughout history, throughout the history of the human race. You have to re-examine. You have to study. You have to do your due diligence. If not, you're just going to fall for anything that someone's telling you. And so right now, one of the #1 products in the world, and I tell people this all the time, from my perspective, in my opinion, what's the #1 commodity in the world? What's the #1 valuable commodity in the world? And a lot of people, you know, and I let people rumble with that for a minute. Oh, it's gold. Oh, it's diamonds. Oh, it's oil, you know, real estate. And all of those are very valuable materially and monetarily. But for me, in my perspective, from what I see, what I read, what I understand about life, knowledge is the most valuable commodity in the world. Now, I remember as a kid going to Sunday school. You know, I used to love Sunday school because, you know, as a kid, you know, reading the Bible, there's so many fantastic stories in the Bible. And one of my most favorite stories was Solomon. And if you study Solomon carefully, you know, from the Quran, from the Bible, from, you know, the Torah, all of these books have Solomon's story in it. And Solomon prayed for knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And in return, he became one of the richest kings in history. And I'm reading a book right now that's saying that if Solomon was living today based on interest rates and things of that nature, he still would be the richest man in the world, period. I was like, wow. And this, you know, but at the same time, like I said, it's knowledge, but it's just not any knowledge. I mean, there's a lot of knowledge in the world. I mean, come on, there's a lot of knowledge. You got to get the right kind of knowledge. I'll make my point. When I go around and talk to different Uber drivers and Lyft drivers and bartenders at certain sports bars, waiters at sports bars, when I talk to sales individuals in these department stores, Macy's and Nordstrom's, and when I talk to women that work at the you know, grocery stores, they got degrees. Most of the people that I've spoken to in these industries, they're college educated people. You know, I've even spoken to some bouncers that worked at nightclubs, and they're you know, ex-football players, and they have BAs and master's degrees. So, and I'm evaluating this, and I'm saying, okay, they got knowledge, they have knowledge, they have education, but the education system today is failing us in the sense that they're selling us a high inflated education. And college right now is is appreciating higher than anything. Medical insurance, any other industry. It's education. Education, as far as the value of price and the tuition, is accelerating faster than any other industry. And for me, I'm looking at that like, okay, people are paying more and more and more to get in college, and they're going into debt. And they'll give you that debt quick. They'll accumulate that debt. To me, it's kind of ludicrous that you can't go get a $50,000 loan for a small business right now. It's very hard. But you can go get $300,000 worth of debt for school. They'll let that go through quick. $300,000, $400,000. You can get $1 million in debt in school. That can happen relatively easy without any resistance. But for me to put together a business plan and have an ideal, even an invention, do you know how hard it is to get money? Do you know how hard it is to get money for a business? But at the same time, it's like, I would think that a business would get money faster than going into debt to get an education where there may be millions of people with that same degree. This is the problem. This is the problem we're having with our educational system, because it's like they're selling you an education. It's not scaling it. It's not allowing you to scale to the lifestyle that you demand that you want to live. And so I saw that at a very young age. I was able to recognize that. But I've also been an individual that I love knowledge. I love reading. I love absorbing information. I love to discover things. I'm very adventurous. And so, you know, I've always done research outside of mainstream curriculums, you know, so what I'm saying to you is this, you know, the paradigm is shifting. The paradigm has shifted. It's been shifting. It has shifted, meaning the global economics is changing. The whole dynamics of how to get money is changing. You're gonna have to change along with it, or you're gonna be a dinosaur. You're gonna end up being extinct. Your concepts, your precepts, your understanding of money is outdated. So that's what the family cash machine is about. We're teaching people. We're teaching our people, mainly our people. Let me just say people. We're focusing on our people because, as the Bible says, our people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge. And that lack of knowledge hasn't been accessible to you. And the knowledge that I'm talking about is the knowledge that you need, not the knowledge that you get in a degree. Because I'm talking to individuals right now. One of my mentors who's teaching me how to do online traffic. I mean, I put 50,000 people on one of my websites. And I did that through studying a certain knowledge. There was a certain school that I went to. I didn't spend as much as I would for a degree. I spent maybe a couple $1,000s to learn how to make hundreds of thousands of dollars by being able to manipulate traffic online to whatever website I wanted to go to. So for me, that knowledge was more valuable than me getting a degree. And that's what I'm saying. This is the point I'm trying to make, is that right now, there's a huge, 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 huge opportunity in the world. But you got to come out of the mindset you're in. You got to understand that there's a paradigm shift. You got to understand that we're coming out of this, what I call, not what I call, but what is called the Industrial Revolution, and we have entered into the information revolution. I like to call it the technological revolution. And so the virtual revolution. And so there's a huge shift here. And so you gotta have to learn some other things. Now, we have a platform where we're teaching people unique things about money. And let me give you a little my background. I'm not gonna give all my background right now because I don't wanna make this video too long. I just wanna say this. I've been a part of the Family Cash Machine for the last 3 years. You guys have been seeing my videos. I've been talking about the global economics crashing, the United States dollar crashing. I've been talking about this because I've been following economics globally. Now, what's made me follow economics globally is this. In 2005, I had about, well, not five, I say around 2007, 6, 7, I had about almost 30 properties. And I was buying and selling properties. And, you know, I learned from one of my business partners, Robert Romero. Shout out to you, Robert. I miss you, bro. So Robert Romero, Mexican-American, if you listen to his story, his family story is a perfect Mexican-American story. And I got a couple of Mexican friends like that who families are millionaires, but they pretty much came over here, immigrants, and the whole nine, and they made the best of it. But Robert was a broker and still a broker, and he was a broker. He's a broker and an appraiser. Robert had about 150 properties at one time, and I watched Robert, and I worked for Robert. I ran one of his companies, caps appraisers. And then I turned around and started my own company, Appraiser Squad, LLC. And I actually ran them both at the same time. But I learned from him how to accumulate properties, how to buy properties, how to find rental properties. And being a real estate appraiser at the time, of course, I can do the math. My point to you guys is this. When the global economy crashed, I crashed. Robert crashed. We all crashed. I mean, he wasn't as bad as I was. He wasn't in the worst condition than me because, of course, he had more wealth than I did. But I crashed pretty hard. And after crashing, I went through to add insult to injury, I went through a bad divorce. Because when the money problems come, hey, relationship problems come. Believe me, it's directly connected. I think 90% of domestic violence is behind some kind of economics, some kind of problem with the money, or you know, that's usually what it is. And I'll say maybe 80%, and the rest of it is probably infidelity, but mostly it's economics. Economics is a huge part of friction in relationships. But I'm gonna say this. So when I crashed, when my, you know, because I felt like I made it. It's like, man, I finally made it. You know, like I'm wealthy. Like I got properties. You know, I got a nice car. Bought my wife a Benz. I had $1 million house. My daughters was going to Beverly Hills High. I made it. Yes. You know, it was a great feeling. I've had some great times, traveled the world, been around to a lot of different countries. But my point is this. When everything unraveled, I did nothing wrong. I did absolutely nothing wrong. And then I looked around and it wasn't just me. There were several other multimillionaire brokers that I knew that went broke. They were not broke, but they, you know, they became very challenged. I saw banks go out of business. IndyMac, Washington Mutual. Where's Washington Mutual? Gone. I think Chase acquired them. I saw Lehman Brothers, a 100-year-old company, go out of business. Insurance companies. I mean, it was devastating what happened. That forced me to want to understand money on another level, okay? Because being successful in my life twice, that was actually my second time being successful. You know, the first time just negligence, me being young, dumb, spending money, having fun. I went through a lot of money, okay? And then in my, you know, more mature age, when I had a family, wife, house, you know, I got credit, you know, I had everything going right, everything right. You know, family trust fund. I mean, I had everything set up right. When I crashed that time, like I said, it was nothing that I did, but you still fall into some kind of a depression. You do. You fall into a depression. I've never been a guy who's going, I'm going to kill myself. That's never been me. No. But, you know, I did have my days where I was just like, oh, man, you know, it was very difficult for me to have, quote unquote, made it to lose it, okay? And this is the story of a lot of people. Even if the global economy in 2008 didn't crash, I just watched the story of the Ohio Players the other day, one of my favorite groups from the past because I like their drummer, how they were just making a bunch of money at one time and then the IRS took them down. So again, to have made it in life and to be taken down by one or two events is very devastating. So the Family Cash Machine, we're dedicated to teaching you guys the knowledge of how to not only make money, but the knowledge of how to reinvent yourself in this global economy, the knowledge of how economies work, the knowledge of what makes the dollar powerful, okay? The knowledge of how to protect your wealth. This is the knowledge that we have created here in the Family Cash Machine. What's the difference between money and currency? Most of us don't know. Most of us think currency is money. It's not. Is a difference, a distinct difference. And if you don't know the difference, you're going to get caught up like the people in Venezuela who had a bunch of quote unquote money, and then the money went down in value, and then they realized this is not money, this is currency. Wow. And any currency can fluctuate. So we teach you guys very simplistically what's the difference between money and currency. Then we teach you guys about trust funds. You learn about corporations, offshore corporations. You learn about cryptocurrency. Why? We teach you guys cryptocurrency because this is one of the hottest commodities in the world. It's a technology backing this that is really redefining business as we know it. Okay, it's bigger than Bitcoin. It's bigger than Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin is the product, but blockchain technology, decentralization is the ideology that has surfaced from that is changing the way business is done forever. I'm gonna give you an example. The example I'm gonna give you is pretty simple. Okay, JP Morgan and Chase just made a statement, and they said that Bitcoin is more resilient than, they said it's more resilient than currencies. It's more resilient than equities, than treasuries. It's more resilient than gold. I was like, wow, that's a hell of a statement. Because 2-3 years ago, Jamie Dimon, the vice president of Chase, was dogging Bitcoin. I mean, this guy was, it's a scam, it's a fraud, it's a Ponzi scheme, because he didn't understand the technology. This is technology. Technology merging with value, okay? Not money, value. And this is why people get it confused. They think, oh, well, Bitcoin is money. It's a way to send money. No. That is a misdefinition. It's not worded right. Let me word that right for you. Bitcoin is a way to transact value. Wow. Different meaning. See, you can put your currency in Bitcoin and it'll hold its value. Okay. And it even grows in value. And then let's say, like, you buy $10 of Bitcoin. Now you've liquidated the currency and you bought a asset, a digital asset, okay? And then you send that digital asset to someone's phone in seconds, anywhere in the world, without any identification, without any social security, without banking, any of that. And some people might say, that's not good to not have banking. That is good, because banks will stop some transactions. Banks will require your social security and most likely tax you on everything you do, and charge you fees. That's good that you can send value without any permission from any government, any financial institution, and no one's there to control or stop your transaction. So that's actually good for the global economy, because there's 2 billion people in the world right now that don't have banking for whatever reason. There's countries where people don't have adequate identification, birth certificates, whatever. So you're excluding them because of circumstances of where they were born out of global business. But now with a digital product like this, it allows people to be included, which will help stimulate global, activity, which is a good thing, I would think. So that's one of the things that is going to help change. Like I said, and also when you have countries like Venezuela where their currency crashed, it costs you 40,000 Bolivia right now to go buy one loaf of bread. You're going to be driving in your car. Imagine driving in your car and the whole back seat filled up with currency just to go buy a loaf of bread. That's crazy. That's what happens when you continue to print money, which is what's happening in the United States right now. We're just printing money. A lot of you guys are, oh man, I got my stimulus check. You guys are happy. Hey, I got a stimulus check. I'm happy. But I understand I need to take that money and transfer it in something that has real value before this money doesn't have value. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. When we had the quote-unquote stimulus package of 2008 that Obama signed, that was about $900 billion, almost $1 trillion printed. They printed that money. And that's what we use to sort of bounce back, okay? And I still don't see the American public bouncing back from 2008. We've never recovered. Some of the corporations recovered. I don't see the recovery with the people. I'm amongst the people every day. Middle class, upper class, you name it. Everybody has pretty much scaled down their life since 2008 from my perspective. Okay, so they printed almost $1 trillion. That was the stimulus. Well, today, when this coronavirus hit, the coronavirus, they shut down all economies around the world. Every country for the last 3 months have totally shut down all their businesses, small businesses, which is going to devastate. It's going to be devastating to the global economy when we were already in a downward spiral globally, economically. We were in a downward spiral already. Okay? And I've been talking about this for years. We were in a downward spiral for years. Okay? And now with the coronavirus and governments closing, lockdown and closing down, small businesses, when 2/3 of the jobs in the world come from small business. 2/3. And now we're wondering why we have this such high unemployment rate. Duh. 2/3 of the world's population jobs are provided by small businesses. That's a known fact to anybody that's been in any business class. Okay, so it's a dilemma. This is the knowledge that we need to learn. We need to understand this stuff because I'm in a mindset right now today, and from my understanding of what's happening, it's time for you to go for self. You gotta really create your own economics. You're gonna have to learn to create your own ecosystem. That's the only way you're gonna make it. You can't be depending on these stupid governments and these stupid people in control of the world because they're making some very, very sinister, deliberate decisions that's doing more damage than the actual coronavirus itself. Okay, and they have an agenda. And we talked about this for a while. I did several videos on the coronavirus. And shout out to all those people who've been asking me, hey, man, where's your coronavirus videos? Well, that was kind of by default. I'm not a medical guy. I'm not a guy who studies. I'm not going to say I don't like a guy who studies because I do study those kind of agendas, like with Bill Gates and, all these different people with the forced vaccines and the microchipping. I've been studying that for years. So that's right up my alley. But, my whole perspective is to help my people understand money, help them understand economics, help them understand how we should be able to start creating cooperative economics and understanding how to create generations of a financial pattern in our family that can continue to accelerate. That's what I'm about, okay? Because we don't have that knowledge. That's the knowledge we lack. They never wanted us to learn certain things in economics. It's a science to it. And so it doesn't matter how much money you make. It doesn't matter. I just saw a basketball player recently, about 4 or 5 years ago. I'm not going to say his name. He got a $100 million contract. $100 million contract. And immediately, $50 million was gone to the IRS. Immediately, before the money even hit his bank. Okay? Then from there, you have about 28% or 26%, which is another $200 and something million, to a quarter of excuse me, not 200 some thousand. What is it? No, let's see. He had 20. He had so he had 50. He had 20 million go, 28 million go to his attorneys and his agents. About 26%. So now the guy's only left with maybe $40 million or something. Is 40, maybe 30 million, 34, 30 something, 38 million or something like that out of 100 million. I mean, this happens immediately. Boom, boom, boom. He doesn't have any protection. And this is the kind of stuff that we're going to be teaching you in the Family Capture, just by you having a home-based business. There's 485 write-offs that you have access to just by having a home-based business. Having a corporation or a trust fund. It's not hard to do this stuff. I mean, I taught one of my friends how to have a trust fund, and, she has a house and she has a son, one kid, and we showed her to put her house in a trust. So if anything happens to her, the house automatically goes to her son. It doesn't go into probate. You don't have to pay all these lawyer fees. You don't have to pay the probate fees. You don't have to pay death taxes and all this other stuff. And in most cases, as a real estate appraiser, I can't even tell you how many times I've seen black families lose their properties because of probate. And the counties and different cities don't want you to know this knowledge of how to protect your properties. Because one of the fastest ways to accumulate wealth over generations, one of the easiest ways, one of the most basic ways to accumulate wealth over generations is to accumulate properties. Duh. If you continue to, if you had your great-great-grandfather's property, and then your great-grandfather's property, then your grandfather's property, and then your father's property, them properties are adding up, and I guarantee you some of them have more than one property. This is how you accumulate wealth. You have to have the knowledge, and certain knowledge we don't have. And we're making this available right now in the Family Capture. We're making this kind of knowledge about. There's so many things we're going to make available because we want our people to win. We're tired of seeing our people get, taken down, shut down, and starting all over again by not understanding the rules of money. See, money comes with rules. Whether you know the rules or not, doesn't make a difference. They even incorporated that in the law. Ignorance of the law is no excuse. So when the IRS comes, they freeze your stuff and ask questions later. And you're not trying to be in that situation. You want to be able to control what's happening, okay? And the way you do that is through, decentralization, through corporations, through anonymity, through trust funds. And that's how you're going to be able to control things. And they won't be able to just come in and grab everything because it's all over the place, see? It's all over the place. It's not in your name, see? One of the things I noticed that we do as a people is we own everything and we control nothing. And one of the highest levels of the game in the family capture scene and what we're teaching is how to own nothing but control everything. This philosophy. And there's a methodology to do that. So who cares whose name my Bentley's in? I drive it every day. My Wraith, my Lamborghini, who cares if it's in a name of the Blue Diamond Corporation? I drive it every day. Who cares what name it's in? See that? So we got to get more sophisticated. And this information is not in schools. It is not in schools. Believe me. I'm a guy who learned a lot from the streets, but I also had an opportunity to go to college, and I had an opportunity to take economic classes, financial classes, appraisal classes, business classes. They do not teach this in school. You're not going to get this unless you have access to a rich family, rich friends, or you're in a certain circle of information, okay? And it's just not available like that for the masses. So we're making it available on our platform. We have several classes, and we're right now, I'm going to share with you a platform of how you can make some quick money, because we didn't want to just be a platform that had knowledge. We want people to actually be able to make some money and be able to compensate themselves, because in order to take time to learn something, you're not getting compensated. So when I like new softwares. New softwares come out, I'm on it. The negative thing about that is I had to take a couple hours or maybe a couple of days to absorb and learn how to actually use that software. Now, during that period, I'm not making no money. Okay, but once I get the game and learn what this software can do and how to work it in my system, now I can make some money with it. But the initial learning curve of anything, you're not really making money. So I'm going to go to this right now, Fam Wealth Network, which is a platform, which is a software that we have in the family capture machine. A lot of people is making a lot of money with this. We tested it within our own group. We got over 500 people in our group. This family capture machine been around a while. You guys can go look. We've been around a while. We've been around about 3 years. But now we're ready to go out and get more people to start learning, understanding money, understanding how to make money in this turbulent time that we're in, and learning what's going on in the currents around you, because it's very important to understand what's going on around you in order to know where you need to go to make the money. Because one of the greatest economic clashes ever in the world is getting ready to happen. But guess what? It's also going to present opportunities, but you got to understand what's going on. You have to understand what's happening. If you're not understanding what's happening, you're not going to understand what you need to do. You're just reacting. You know, we don't want that. We want you guys to be full aware of what the hell's going on. This is an opportunity for Black people and indigenous people around the world to reposition themselves for the global reset that's going to go down. This is one of the greatest exchanges of wealth going to go down. As this whole thing crashing, it's going to create whole new wealth and whole new individuals that are making money. But these are the people who know what's going on. They redefined their mindset. They recreated themselves. They're looking for different ways to make money and understanding money, the way making money is changing, and they're positioning themselves in those positions to make money. Now, right now, what we really want you to do, we want you guys to start accumulating Bitcoins. We've created a system for you to be able to accumulate Bitcoins. Bitcoin is one of the most valuable products right now. It is out producing gold. You just heard it from JP Morgan. And so I'm going to say this. It is highly expensive to create Bitcoins. If you guys had a mining facility, it would take you literally, you know, hundreds of thousands of dollars in computer equipment to create, you know, Bitcoins. It's a mining process. They call it mining. It's very complicated on computers. But we've created a system. And in 1 month, we gave away 21 Bitcoins with this system. I'm in the system. Several people, we tested this ourselves. And I'm going to stay in the system because if something works, why are you not doing it? Yes, I'm going to do it because it works. We had over 72,000 scenarios ran on a test, which is called Test Bitcoins. And then we actually ran it for about 2 months with our team, and a lot of people made a lot of money. And I'm going to show you guys how simple it is. It is not hard at all. It is a 2x3 matrix, one of the simplest matrix that you can have. Basically, there's 2 people under you, and then there's 12 people in your whole matrix, and you get paid. It's that easy. It's not hard at all. It's not this complicated, layered up compensation. And a lot of people, when I show it to them, they say, well, how do I get paid? And I show them, and they say, man, that's it? That's it. It's very simple. We're not trying to make this complicated. We're creating our own ecosystem where people are coming together and they're, you know, sharing money and gifting each other pretty much. It's just a shared system. That's all it is. It's an ecosystem that we created with a matrix and a software that equally distributed to each person gets a turn. And I'm going to show you how it works right now. You guys can simply go to, let me share my screen right now. You guys can simply go to the Found Wealth Network. Look at this website. It's beautiful. Isn't it beautiful? Beautiful website. The water's running. Look at that. Oh my God. It's just giving me that calm, cool feel. Yes. So the Found Wealth Network is the site you would go to. And I'm going to show you guys a couple of cycles and show you guys a couple of matrix and how easy it is. We got 3 different ways to come into this, but I'm only going to talk about 2. Okay. One is, I should have pulled this up. It's a 0.010 Bitcoin purchase, which is about $93, $94 right now. Let me see. Let me pull it up. We're going to go to a Bitcoin. We're going to pull up Bitcoin calculator. So all you guys got to do is go to a Bitcoin calculator and put in 0.010. 0.010. Because we're doing everything with Bitcoin. We're not taking cash. And the reason we're not taking cash is because let's say we pull in $1 million in cash, but we all put that into the software. Well, now we got money laundering issues. I mean, even if we didn't money launder, even if we paid taxes on it, if they come on the news and said, hey, Eric money laundered, look at this $1 million he moved. You know how many people will believe that? And all I'm doing is trying to help people make money. But for some reason, these governments don't want to see people making money. They want to see us starving. They want to see us in dire need so they can come in and they can, you know, help us or whatever. So let me say this. One second. I'm hot up in here. I have to get my fan out. Okay, look. Okay, now look. Here we go. $92 right now. Now this price could change to get in. This could change because we are using Bitcoin, and Bitcoin it fluctuates. But long term, in a year's time, I guarantee you Bitcoin will be at 9,000. And don't look at the 9,000. Oh my God, Bitcoin's 9,000. No, because this is a divisible product, meaning you can divide it into $10, $5, whatever you want to invest in Bitcoin, you can do that. But this is about us winning as a group of people, us as a people, Black people creating our own ecosystem where we control the math and the algorithms paying each person in a software that no one can cheat, but at the same time, we're building our own strength together, just like we did in Black Wall Street. Black Wall Street was an accident because they excluded us from white economics. They excluded us from doing business with white financial institutions. They excluded us and exiled us out of their ecosystem, and it forced us to create our own recirculation of Black dollars. And by us recirculating Black dollars, it started to grow in our communities and created wealth by default. And then they got mad. Like, hold up, you guys excluded us from doing business, but now, so we doing business with each other. See, the Black doctor is going to the Black barbershop. The Black barbershop spending money with the Black dentist. The Black dentist is going to the Black attorney. And it's just, that money just going around, and it's growing, it's growing, and it's growing. It's not leaving our community. Not like now, where every dime we make leaves the community. This is why we're not creating anything. We're not creating wealth. Because we, first of all, have lost the basic foundation of the knowledge of understanding money. We got to come back to that. Okay, so with Bitcoin, it allows us to grow anonymously, and the governments don't even know what we're doing. They don't know what we have. They can't even calculate how much money we make it because it's off the grid. Wow, powerful tool. It's off the grid. We're out of their ecosystem. We're creating our own ecosystem, and this is very revolutionary. This is very revolutionary, and it's very effective because now we're creating wealth. We're creating an ecosystem of money, and we're using a commodity that is the best performing commodity in the world, and nobody can stop it. Okay, so look, so the first program is a 0.010, which is $92. And then when you complete your matrix, it's very simple to do. It's not hard. Don't get panicky. Oh my God, it's very easy to do. It's a very simple system. And so once you complete your matrix, you're going to end up with 0.0496, which is $460 from $92. That's 500%. 500%. 500%. That's what you're getting paid. Okay, now let's look at it. Let's look at it. And when you actually get a position with us, it's a lifetime position. That position don't go away. So once you get paid once, you go right back on the board again. Wow. I think you got to pay a 0.05. It's about 30, 40 bucks. And you go back on the board again and you can make another $460. So that's how it works. You never lose that position. So let me go and pull this up. Let me get on the board right quick to show you guys what I'm talking about. Okay? And you'll see a 2x3 matrix and how fast that thing fills up. It's very simple. It's not hard to do at all. It only requires you to get 2 people. That's it. And once you get those 2 people to do what you did, I mean, how many, you don't know 2 people with $90. I mean, come on now. You got to do something to do something. Nothing from nothing leaves nothing. We all have to participate in order to make the money. But let me say this. If you don't bring anybody in, you can possibly still cycle because we have so many people coming in, and this is a forced matrix, meaning people are going to be forced to fall under you regardless. But I don't want you guys coming in under the mindset, I don't got to do nothing, but just sit back and get paid, because what's going to happen is if you got that kind of mindset, and everybody got that mindset, nothing's going to move. So, but if you got that kind of mindset, you can't be complaining about how long it's going to take you. Like I said, if you are making 500%, and it takes you 2 months to get 5%, but you did nothing, how can you complain? You got 500% on your money. You invested, and then you got 500% return. It took 2 months, but you did nothing. There's no way you can complain, because I don't know anywhere where you can get 500%. Not in stock market, not on real estate. I've done real estate. I don't know anywhere where you're going to accumulate 500% on your return within 2 months. I just don't know where that's going to happen for you. So that's the first one. That's the first one. And we have another one, the same structure, but more, of course, more return and more invested. But let me show this. This one is called the student the student light. And that's the $92 one. That's the one that's 0.010. And I'm just going to show you a couple of people right now. I'm going to show you what that looks like, okay? What that 2x3 looks like. It's very, very simple. I've been in some matrix that had 2x6. So just 3 other levels doesn't sound like much. But if you have a 2x6 matrix, okay, I'm going to show you what that looks like. See, here's the light. Here's the light right here. But I'm going to show you what that looks like, what that 2x3 matrix is. Very, very simple matrix. It's not hard to get paid at all. And there's a lot of people getting paid right now with us. But the main thing is they're learning. Like after they start making money, what do you do with the money? How do you reinvest in this cryptocurrency world? How do you invest in AI? How do you invest in some of these things? How do you buy gold? I mean, there's simple things like that people are not learning. You're going to learn in the family capture. You're going to learn this. Let me see. Let me open me up a little bit more. I want you guys to see. Hey, there we go. And so let me open this up a little more here. Let me see. And my screen kind of closed. I want you guys to really see what's going on here. Okay, so you guys can see this right here. It's 2x3. This is how it looks. 2x3 matrix. Let me go up. Bam. See? This is a 2x3 matrix. So it's basically 2 people here under you. And it's 3 levels. 1, 2, 3. That's it. So you get 2 people right here. That's it. Let me see. You get 2 people. You're done. That's it. You come in, you make your contribution, and you go get 2 people to do the same thing. And you bring them to the family capture scene where they can start learning economics, learning money, learning wealth, learning investment, learning technology, learning this stuff that they're going to need to know today. If they don't learn this stuff and how to create their own online businesses, how to create their own income today, they're going to be lost. I'm just telling you, if you guys don't relearn how to make money in this economy, you're going to be messed up in the game. It is what it is. You're going to be messed up. It's getting worse and worse. So you're going to have to learn some things. Now, you come in, you contribute your $92. You go get 2 people, see? And then they go get 2 people. You bring them to the meetings. You bring them to start studying with you. You bring them to the family capture scene, and we'll start working on them and helping them to get the bug and start, want to share. That's all it is. We don't say recruit. We don't even teach recruit. We teach share. You share. You share your excitement. You share what you're learning. You give people value. See? When they hear something valuable that you said that they know they need in their life, they're going to say, man, I need that knowledge. He just showed me how to save my house and how from probate. He just told me within seconds, within minutes of in the family capture scene, they showed us how we can protect the little things that we have. And that is invaluable. So knowledge, again, is the most valuable thing. Not gold, not silver, not money. Knowledge. And, I remember one day talking to Master P, and little Romeo used to go to Beverly Hills High with my daughters, with my twins. And I talked to him a lot of times. But one day he told me they could take everything from him right now. And at the time, he was worth about $600 million. He said they could take everything from him and put him back in the projects. He said, I'll be okay. Why? Because I grew up in the projects. So he said, I'll be fine. I'm not going to kill myself. But he said, I guarantee you, I'll be rich again. Because he has the knowledge. See? Knowledge. He's been there before. He know what to do. See? So knowledge is what we're focusing on in the family capture scene. But let's look at this again. You got your 2. And then they get their 2. And then these 4 get their 2. We done. That's it. That's not hard at all. And then you're getting $400. Bam! Then you're going back on the board. That's the first level. You're coming in with $92. And you got to remember, this is a force matrix. So even if you're not putting people in, people falling in your matrix because we're all pulling people in through the classes. We also have a network marketing. That's a whole other story. We're not going to even go into that right now. But the network marketing packages forces them to actually come in here too. Wow. So there's other factors that's going to force you to get bonused out. I'm not going to go into all that right now because it's going to confuse you. I just want to focus on the simple part that you can do if you simply just want to come into this matrix called the Fam Wealth Network, which is going to allow you to accumulate Bitcoins, which is what's growing. I remember 2 years ago, I sent one of my programmers and my business partner, I sent him $10 in Bitcoins when we first met, actually 3 years ago, 2017 in June. And he lost the keys, or he forgot about the keys to look in the wallet. So 2019 July, 2 years and 1 month later, he found them. He was like, "Hey man, I found the private keys to this wallet. I'm curious to see what Bitcoin is worth." I gave him $10. 2 years later, it was worth $162. This is why we don't go cash. We want to use Bitcoin because as you're making money, let's say you make, $30,000, $40,000, in Bitcoins over a period of time, and you spend $10,000. Well, guess what? That $20,000 can now be worth $30,000. So you're basically living on your interest. Wow. So this is what we're doing. We're trying to accumulate. We're not trying. We're accumulating a commodity, an asset that has the ability to appreciate in value. That's what this is about. We're trying to put our people, not trying, I gotta say trying. We are putting our people in position. See, words are power. You gotta be mindful of the words you use. Because when you use certain words, you're throwing it out in the universe, okay? So I don't use the word try no more. I'm either doing something or I'm not doing it. Ain't no try no more. I'm doing it or I'm not doing it. Now, I might not be doing it on the level I want to do it on, but I'm doing it, okay? So that's how we got to start talking. We got to start commanding our thoughts to go out and project and pull what we want. Okay, so let's say this. So here it is. Boom, you're done. You made $400. You made $460 off of $92. And let's say you go take a nap and lay down and go somewhere and never do nothing again with the family chemistry. Once you bonus one time, you can never say you lost, ever. You're ahead of the game. So why not keep going? What I would do, if you're making 500% profit, what I would do is I would take that $92, boom, put it in, make back $460. I'll put $180 away because that's my initial investment and double my money. And then the rest I'll reinvest and say, you know what? I'm gonna put 3 more positions on the board. Because I still got that first position, it's gonna re-rotate again and bonus out again. So that's gonna happen again at 460 with this position, because remember what I told you, you'll never lose this position. It's just gonna rotate after you bonus, it's gonna rotate and be in position to bonus again. So if you buy 2 more positions, now you got 3 positions on the board. Or if you buy 3 more positions, you got 4 positions on the board. And remember, you just doubled your money. So what are you doing? You're leveraging the system to make more and more money, and you're stacking at the same time. So then you're gonna look up, you're gonna have 10 positions, making $460. Every time they bonus, that's $4,600. So this is what happens when you learn this system with us. We'll show you how to leverage your positions, because remember, you're coming in the beginning, so there's gonna be thousands of other people coming in. They're gonna all fall into you somewhere, and you're gonna be benefiting from it. So this is timing. Everything is timing. You gotta get in now. You gotta make your move now. You gotta plant now. It's like real estate. Get your positions now. So this is what we're doing in the Family Cash Machine with the Fam Wealth Network. And this is only one way that we have right now to make money. We got some other ways that we're gonna lay out to you guys. It's phenomenal on how money is gonna be made with our educational platform. And again, like I said, just the education alone is going to give you the confidence and information that will help you to pretty much navigate through this economic turbulence that's getting ready to happen. And not only help you maneuver, it's going to help you position yourself for a great exchange of wealth and how money is being made. So this is that simple. Now, I'm going to show you guys right now, there's another position that we have. And that one is called the it's called executive. It's called an executive. It's called the exec. So in the executive, same concept. Only thing is the initial contribution is a little more. It's 0.46. Now remember, I just showed you you just made 0.496. So you actually made enough to upgrade if you chose to upgrade. But I would, like I said, I would say get your money back. Get your money back first. Pocket your money. Pocket the money that your initial contribution plus double, and then the rest you can re-up, because now you never can lose. You never can lose. You're ahead of the game. We call that north side. You're north side. You're north side of your initial investment. So we're going to start taking surveys of everybody that's north side. And then, like I said, once you bonus once, you're north. You're north of your original contribution. So, okay, this is what the 0.01 bonus is at, 0.496, which is 460. But the next step is 0.46, $426. Now, as you can see, that's lesser than what you bonused out at from the $92. So if you chose, you can upgrade to the next matrix, okay? Now let's see what that one pays out. The 0.46, same thing. It's a 2x3. Let's see. It's a 2x3 matrix. You see, it's a 2x3 matrix. Bam, there it is. So it's a 2x3. I got so much stuff on my screen, you guys. It's a 2x3 matrix. So what happened? It allows you, bear with me, you guys. Let me get out of this one. This one here is not the one I want. There it is. It allows you the same accommodations. It's a 2x3. You bring in 2, okay? And once you bring in your 2, the same methodology, we're going to work with your people. We're going to give you guys information and knowledge. You're going to be engulfed in your class, because there's a class that we're going to actually give you that comes along with this, okay? So you got your class, you're studying, you're learning new things that you didn't know that they don't teach in school about money. And then you look up and then you get paid. You're going to be excited. So the next level is 0.046. That's $426. Okay? And you'll contribute $426. You'll go get your 2. They'll go get their 2. And you look up within a couple of weeks, maybe a month, bam. The bonus is 0.255. $2,365. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. And that's the next level up. Okay? And there's plenty of people on that level now. I mean, that level is saturated with people, and they're making money. I'm going to show you guys. And like I said, some people talk, but let's show you guys that we're not jiving, that we're telling you guys what it is. People making money on that level. Okay, let me go back into the site. I don't know why I hit something that logs me out. So I'm going to log back in. But yeah, on that 2x3, it's very simple. Just think about it. If we had a 2x6, we have 14 people. And once 14 people fall in your matrix, you get paid. That's very simple. Now, it's not always about people. And I'm going to tell you why. Because with some of our courses comes 2 or 3 positions in that matrix. So it can be 7 people that come into the company that actually bonus you out, because they purchased a course that granted them 2 or 3 positions in that particular matrix. So that's what I'm talking about. Crypto. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna log in again and show you guys, and then we can wrap this up. But I appreciate you guys' time. This is something that you need to pay attention to, because there's going to be people that's going to end up with 20, 30, 40 Bitcoins in this company, and some even more. And that's where the value is. That's where the value is, because you got to remember, Bitcoin is it's not interacting with interest rates. See, when you're talking about U.S. currencies, when you're talking about Japanese currencies, I used to trade currencies. I traded on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. When you're dealing with currencies, and I traded currencies, I traded Japanese yen, Swiss francs, Deutschmarks, and even the euro when it first came out. So when you're trading those kind of items, there's a whole lot connected to a currency. A whole lot. You got unemployment. You got interest rates. You got freaking gross domestic product. You got retirement. You got so much stuff connected to a currency. It's not even funny. And that's what I like about Bitcoin, is it's not connected to none of that. It's just basically people buying and selling it, which gives it its value. It's simple. It's true market value. It's real market value. It's not manipulated value like what you deal with a currency. That value is manipulated. If the government comes out right now, or the Federal Reserve comes out, which that's another thing I'm going to teach you, the Federal Reserve is not a part of the government. That's very important to learn. So when the Federal Reserve comes out and jacks up the interest rates, that affects the value of the dollar, not Bitcoin. Usually, Bitcoin works in opposition to the dollar. So if the dollar is falling, Bitcoin's going up. So again, you want to get out of the matrix. You want to get something of value that you control, not governments, not banks, okay? So we're using, for our people, for black people, something that's outside the matrix that can't be controlled, can't be disrupted by those who have oppressed us. That's what we need. We need something they can't control. We need something that they can't control. They can't disrupt us, because they've done it time and time again. When we start coming up, they come in and disrupt. They come in and shut us down. They come in and hit reset, make us start all over again. We done with that. We're not playing that game no more. So we're not playing with them dead presidents. We're going to play with something that has real value. That value is not attached to the country. Value is not attached to nothing that they represent. It's only attached to the people around the world that's using it, which is growing. More and more people using Bitcoin. So as that's growing, and the technology backing it, this is what you're going to learn too in the Family Capital Street. The technology backing it is phenomenal, okay? It is actually the discovery of blockchain technology and decentralization is going to disrupt dozens of industries, okay? In a good way for the people, but in a bad way for corporations who have monopolized currency and have monopolized value and have monopolized industry and locked people out. Like, for instance, like Facebook, like YouTube. These companies have made all their money off the people, but the people don't have no decision on those companies as how they go, where they go, how much you're gonna get paid, if you get paid. We have no decision. Whereas in a decentralized system, that wealth would have been distributed equally amongst all those users on the internet. That's the difference. So let me go ahead and show you guys right now. I'm gonna show you this 2x3 matrix. This guy here got paid, what do we say? 0.25, 1/4 of a Bitcoin. $400, $427, $2,300. Look, then he cycled again. Another $2,300. Then he bonused again. Another $2,300. Then he bonused again. That's 4 times. He got a whole Bitcoin. This guy got a whole Bitcoin. See that? This guy got a whole Bitcoin. He's not the only one. There's 3 or 4 people like this. And there's 5 or 6 other people that have bonused. I mean, this is really working. Like I said, it's a software. Once you guys sign up, you have your own back office. This is the only matrix in a cycler that gives you your own website. Okay, so once you sign up, you have your own website and you have your own link to send other people. So if you send somebody a link, you're gonna see them sign up with you. This is not manipulated. This is all working, okay? This is working where we all can see everything, okay? The other thing that's gonna happen is some of you guys who might want to buy multiple positions, get with me. I'm going to make sure you get with other investors. We're going to bring 3, 4, 5, 6 investors on the board with you at the same time, and you guys will be able to just go crazy and position yourselves where momentum is going. And I don't know why any other companies are not doing that. We did that for a whole month. We had several investors. We put all of them together on what we call the executive board. We open up the board for the entire public to see and to plan. Okay, I want to position there. I want to position there. I don't know why companies don't do that. You just got to get on their site and sign up, and you fall where you fall. And that's cool sometime, but like I said, to those that want to do the most, you want to come in and buy 3, 5, 6 positions. Hey, we're going to put you on the board, the executive board, with other people that's buying 3, 4, 5 positions, because that was the strategy of some of our investors that came in who they want to buy 7, 8 positions. They we put them and matched them on certain days with several other people that wanted to do that. And these guys went from, I know Mac went from 7 positions to over 80 positions in 1 month by doing that strategy. And like I said, if you invest 7 positions, those 7 cycle, okay, you got enough to buy 35 positions. So what he did was he took the amount of 14 positions out, and then he purchased, like another 20 positions. But he had already doubled his money. So he just kept growing in positions, and he kept growing in money. Now, I'm going to teach you guys that strategy. It's not hard. This is a very simple system, but you do want to spread yourself all over the board. So as this company grows and grows and grows, they can't miss you. They got to come see you. It's just like you snatching up Boardwalk on the Monopoly game. They got to come see you. So the art of this game is to pull your capital out and pull out your initial investment plus the profit, and to continue to expand yourself on the board. When you get to a point where you got 50, 60 positions, then you might slow down, but at that time, we're going to be adding other positions, because I know we're going to be adding soon the 1 Bitcoin. So you see this guy just made 1 Bitcoin. Hold up, let me see. 1 Bitcoin. 1 Bitcoin and a half. This guy got 1 Bitcoin and a half, and he needs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more positions. And this 7 position can literally be 3 people. Remember what I said. Some of our classes come with 3 of these positions. So he could 7 people or 3 people that's got 2 or more positions in here, and he cycled. That's another $2,300. But my point is, we're going to eventually add the 1 Bitcoin, meaning 1 Bitcoin contribution is going to pay out 21 Bitcoins. Wow. So we're going to add that after this starts to grow and momentum, and then there's enough people like this guy here. Let me look at one more guy. I want to show you that he's not the only one that's done that. There's another couple of the people that's done phenomenally well like this. And it's not just, like I said, 1 or 2 people. There's quite a few people in here that's got strategies that I'll show you guys and teach you guys these different strategies on how they're doing this. But it's so simple. It's so simple, that once you get it, you're like, oh my God, this is phenomenal. And like I said, the art and the key is for us to accumulate Bitcoins. Now, he would have had to go out and spend $9,000 to get 1 Bitcoin. That guy had a Bitcoin and a half. So he would have spent about $13,000, $14,000 or something, $13,000, when he only spent $400, and then he just kept reinvesting. See that? And he's hustling. He's bringing people in too, but he hasn't bought in a whole lot of people. But he has bought in 2 or 3 people that's they wanted to buy 7 positions, 5 positions, and then they just kept together, bonusing each other, working with each other, and positioning themselves on the board. And hey, it was a wonderful thing. Here's another person. Okay, look, it's a whole different person. Let's see how many times this person with $400. Boom, 2,300. Boom, 2,300. Another quarter of a Bitcoin. Every time you see this is a quarter of a Bitcoin. Boom. Okay, that's 4. So they got a whole Bitcoin too. This person here, a whole Bitcoin, $9,000 from 400. This is not hard to do. Okay. Now, this all happened within a month and a half, period, because they saw it and they ran with it, okay? I think this guy started with 7 positions. And so there's another one, 5. Okay, so this guy got 1 Bitcoin and a quarter. Let's see what that's worth right now. Off of $400. I can't make this stuff up. It's right here. It's right here. I'm showing it to you. Okay, so let's say 1 Bitcoin and a half, 1.25 Bitcoin, 11,005. Hey man, that's a new car for real. And one of our teammates did buy a Cadillac Escalade. You know, so yeah, this is serious. But like I said, our main thing is education. But we wanted to make sure we're not just talking the talk, we walking the walk. We're not just talking money, we making money. We're not just talking about new ways to make money and talking about technology and Bitcoin and decentralization. We actually created a platform for us to come together as a people, our people, and to create momentum together. So this is one of our platforms right here to do that. And we're gonna teach you guys 7, 8, 9 different other ways to make money in a technological industry. It's not hard. Don't. Oh my God, I'm not techie. No, you don't have to be techie. I'm not techie. Believe me, I'm not techie. And so a lot of things we learn. We have videos. We have trainings. We have school online classes that will walk you through step by step, ABC, how to do certain things very simple. In fact, when you first sign up for this, we're going to give you a course that's going to show you how to buy Bitcoin, how to sell Bitcoin, where to get it, how to get it on your phone, how to use a debit card and buy it, how to go to an ATM and get it out. I mean, it's a lot we're going to give you for free. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and sign out. I appreciate you guys on this video again. You guys like and subscribe to my channel, coming to the Fan Wealth Network. You guys want to start accumulating Bitcoins because this is the commodity you want to have right now. You can liquidate it for cash within seconds. It is not hard. So with that, we're going to go ahead and sign out. See you guys on the next video. I'll be doing more videos, breaking this down. I'll be doing webinars, and I'll be having people, and you guys will be able to see this thing take flight as it's starting to take off. So with that, get yourself in position. Hey, fast way to make money, fast. That's what this is. You want a fast come up? Everybody want a fast come up right now. I like to teach. I like people to learn. I like people to accumulate knowledge and understand, not just when they get money, but what to do with it. But I'm just saying, a lot of people are excited about fast money, okay? I like fast money too. So I have this platform where you guys can get some fast money quick, because we all need some relief. And this is gonna give us fast relief. Hey, you get your stimulus check, bam, buy your position in here. That can grow into, tens of thousands of dollars. So let's go ahead and get ready, sign up, hit me up. I'm gonna have a link under here where you guys can hit me, and I'll communicate with you. I'll even call you, we'll talk, I'll get you guys going, and let's sell life, okay? All right, bye-bye.
Peter Cassidy.